All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Wednesday evening, afternoon, morning, depending on where you are. I have some really exciting news today. I think it's going to be an informative call, especially if you are running meta ads, and then if you are just starting out with meta ads, you are in the perfect place because you need to know about this. So in today's video, we are going to update. In today's video, we are going to cover the latest changes to meta ads, mainly the Andromeda update, which is a huge update. This is the largest update to Meta ever since the post iOS updates, and it's going to affect delivery, ad optimizations, how you set up your campaigns, the tracking as well. So in this call, I have a full breakdown what Andromeda is, why it was created, how you can adjust the strategies, a quick overview, and then exact step by step so you can create winning ad campaigns moving forward as well. So what Andromeda is, it's the largest update ever since post iOS. Is going to combine the AI-driven modeling, improved attribution, and advanced event prediction to stabilize your performance, even with incomplete or noisy tracking data. So what this means in practice, that your CPMs are going to be more consistent, hopefully not on the $100 side, and then fewer random drops because you often experience great performance on one week and then everything drops and terrible performance the next week. So with this update on paper, we believe that everything's going to be more stable, which sounds nice, but we know that's usually not the case. The reason why Andromeda was created because we had lots of data loss from privacy changes that forced Meta to rebuild this prediction engine. So again, it's related to the iOS update, but now the machine learning needs clearer and more unified outputs. And then also because the advertisers tried hacking, the system, multiple audiences, customer lists, different interests, different gender targeting, different location targeting. And now Meta just wants a simpler experience. And I think it's going to the point where you are going to set up the campaigns with 2 clicks. And then the only change is going to be the creatives that you use. And then the most important stuff in your campaigns are going to be your creatives. And that's going to make or break a winning ad campaign. Core changes inside Andromeda was updated tracking and stronger attribution system. So especially focusing on e-commerce, now there's going to be fewer inconsistencies between Ad Manager and Shopify. And that's also going to save you from third-party tracking tools, for example, Triple Whale, Nordbeam, because now the tracking is going to be more on point. The delivery is also updated because the learning phase is going to be shorter and requires fewer conversions. Hmm, Sorry. So the learning phase is shorter and requires fewer conversions because previously you had to get like 50 conversions, which was pretty difficult if your ad budget wasn't high and especially if your cost per acquisition was on the 100, 200, $500 items because there are some furniture stores, high-end brands that are selling expensive products and you needed crazy budget to exit the learning phase. So now learning phase is going to be shorter and easier to exist, which is really nice. And now we are optimizing for the creative level. So Meta can identify winning hooks and angles faster, and it's not really going to spend on shit, not performing creatives. It's also reducing the audience dependence. So lookalike and interest audiences matter less than before. So if you are following my content, you remember maybe one or around 1 year ago, I was telling you about a different strategy. Actually, audience testing was part of my setup. But recently, I'm telling you that you no longer need to worry about audiences. Just set up a broad targeting, and based on your ad copy and creatives, Meta is going to understand what you are promoting and is going to show it to audiences who actually care about your product. What you as an advertiser might notice is that retargeting pools are shrinking, but they are still going to convert well. So make sure not to overspend on retargeting campaigns. And then broad targeting is going to outperform niche setups. So think about lookalikes, interest targeting, specific locations, and specific gender targeting, for example. Winning creatives lasts longer, so it's going to be easier to create evergreen ads and then keep scaling those campaigns. No more random drop on big drop days because you might notice that if you have a big drop, it's going to over attribute or go crazy. So now it's also going to be fixed. And losing creatives are going to burn money faster. So you need to be spot on noticing and then pausing the weak creatives. To adapt your strategy, you need to consolidate with campaigns. This is kind of what I was suggesting earlier. You just need a couple campaigns, a scaling, a remarketing, and then a creative testing campaign. You don't need to do a new campaign for all products, a new campaign for all different tests. The more you consolidate, the easier your job is because you just have to manage less campaigns. And then also the meta AIs gonna learn faster. You most likely need to stop audience testing and then start focusing on the creative testing. Creative is going to be the main deciding factor in your ad performance. And then use Advantage Plus where possible, especially in e-commerce. So think about the Advantage Plus audiences and then Advantage Plus placements as well. Keep the budget stable for 3 to 5 days before editing again. So make sure if you are seeing good performers and your ad set is at $100 per day, don't go to $200 to $300 per day because that's going to confuse the Meta's AI. Make sure to just increase the spend by 10 to 15% at the time and then wait 5 days before editing again and increasing the spend again so the AI can adjust. Make sure your tracking's on point and then make sure, because we are now creative focused, make sure to actually add new creatives every week, at least 3 to 5, but of course it's depending on your budget. So if you have high budgets, some accounts are going to test 100 new creatives and these have to be pretty unique. So if you are just going to change the background color or change the headline on the image ad and then have the same image with 10 different headline, Meta is not really going to like it. It's not going to register as a separate ad. So make sure to actually go creative, test new hooks, completely different layouts, and then also make sure to use one main conversion event per funnel stage. So definitely don't combine purchase event with likes, with video views, We are way past the days where you had to run a video view campaign and then retarget those video viewers. We are way past those days. So make sure to focus on purchase event only, or if you are not in e-commerce, then only focus on lead event, mm, and that's going to get you the best quality traffic and then the best results as well. The creative strategy is going to be deciding what stages you are focusing on. So if you have a top of funnel, a middle of funnel, and then a bottom of funnel stage, now it's going to be set based on your creative and your messaging. So for top of funnel, you no longer need to exclude audiences, but instead make sure you do a broad audience and just test different creatives with the messaging to make sure that your audience becomes problem aware in this stage. The goal in top of funnel is we are going to identify scalable creatives. So we need to focus on the main creative KPIs, thumbs up for videos, and then CPC and CPC and CTR for the all creatives. In middle of funnel is going to be the retargeting and education. So now they are problem aware and now they are going to become solution aware as well because we are going to show value, explain the product, how it works. So in this stage, we are looking to check the add to cart to link click ratio. Are they actually converting, going to the landing page? Are they actually adding to cart? And then on the bottom of funnel, we are aiming for sales. So here we are tracking purchase to add to cart ratio to make sure the checkout funnel is strong. Our message is strong because here's the final proof. Here's where you can run some testimonial ads. And then those are all going to be remarketing ads automatically. You don't need to add custom audiences. Meta's AI is going to change the audience based on your messaging, and then you'll notice higher frequency on those videos. So some other updates for the creative strategy that I just skipped over is hook with a great video is going to determine the CPMs, and then the clarity of your message is going to uh, um, so with a clear message, you'll get higher CTRs, and with an unclear message, you'll get lower CTRs. So you need to make sure your message is talking to your target audience. And then you'll have to just produce simple product demos, clear before and afters, a fast hook, no more 5 to 8 second hooks, long explanation of the product. You just have 1 to 3 seconds really to get their attention. Face to camera explanations, and then UGC style videos, no more over edited videos, studio lighting and everything. It should be just get your phone out, talk to the camera, show the product, and lots of static images as well. These are mainly for the videos. And then some of the best decisions moving forward are going to be staying consistent and avoiding budget changes twice a day or every day, as I mentioned earlier. You need to focus on the creative volume. No audience hacks, no custom audiences, no tweaking the ads every day. So you can spend less time in the ad account and then more time on the creative side with your creative team, thinking about new hooks and new creative iterations as well. Use Advantage Plus whenever possible, but it doesn't mean you have to use all the AI suggestions. Because if you think about when you set up your ads, it's going to give you options for the text improvements, for example, which can completely change the first line of your primary text and your message might come across differently. And I did lots of A B testing where I just used the regular setup, one ad copy, no AI optimizations against an AI optimized ad, and the AI optimized ad almost always had higher CPMs, worse KPIs, and worse results. So for now, stick to Advantage Plus, use high quality product images because they heavily impact conversions. You don't need to overtrack the KPIs. Stick to a couple that we discussed earlier: CPMs, CTR, CPC, hook rates for the videos, and then also check the effectiveness of your landing page. So that includes link click, add to cart to link click ratios, and then purchase to add to cart ratios. And then make sure you no longer over optimize your ad account. If performance is nice, leave as is. increase the spend every 5 days, maybe 10 to 15%, and then trust the system. Don't freak out after one weekday. You don't need to cut your budget in half after having one weekday. So you'll have to stay strong mentally when running these ads. So, as quick takeaways, Andromeda update is all about the AI. Now, broad targeting is going to win. No more audience targeting, no more customer lists, and then creative is going to be your new audience. So you should shift your focus to the creative production, to creating videos, getting influencers on board, having a great static designer. And then also there are lots of AI tools that can help you with the creative creation. Consolidate your structure, have less campaigns, have 3 to 5 main campaigns, and then make sure your tracking is on point to have stable ROAS. So that's everything you need to know about the Meta Andromeda updates. In the following videos, I'm going to cover the exact structure. I'm going to update my previous videos with the new ad structure, the new campaign structure, the new ways to creative and ad copy test. And also I'm going to help you with the creative creation because now creative is everything. So I'm going to deliver some videos on some AI tools that can deliver high quality audiences, some prompts, and then websites that are going to speed up your process. So that's all coming, a work in progress. But this is all you need to know about Andromeda for now. And you can start adjusting your strategy slowly. Make sure you don't kill all your campaigns now, just because you are restarting according to the new strategy. Slowly start adding the new campaigns, slowly consolidate your top winners, and I'm going to make sure to deliver more videos like this. So I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions about the Andromeda update, drop your questions in the live chat. I'm still going to stay on this call for a couple of minutes, but otherwise I'm just going to edit this video, re-upload again, and then I'm also going to work on creating some of the new strategies for you for the copy and creative testing, creative creation, and then the new campaign structure as well that I recommend to make sure your ads are still crushing it with the new Andromeda updates. And just something I wanted to share as well is I'm of course reading marketing forums for the latest updates, but if you are on any of the Reddit forums for Facebook ads, you'll see everyone's complaining. A message to Meta ad employees, and then I hate you. Don't test with our account. We are losing money. Andromeda messed up everything, and then nothing's working. Meta ads don't no longer work. So I want to make sure you are not part of these forums, and then you are not going to come here and then complain about your ad performance. So following these strategies that I'm going to show, I'll make sure that your ads are going to perform. And then if your ads are not performing, you don't need to blame Meta because there are still hundreds of brands, thousands of brands that are making big bucks with the Meta ads. So if your ads are not performing, think about the creatives, think about your website, and then make sure you are doing everything correctly before you say Meta ads don't work. It killed my ad account. So just something to note. Because if you visit these forums, you will use all your motivation to ever try Meta ads. So I suggest staying off of these forums. So I stay on this call. If you have any questions, drop in the YouTube live chat. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to have the high level updates, the latest update to high level. I already have everything prepared, so we are going to do a screen share as well tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. And then in the background, I'm working on the Meta ads new courses. So if you are interested to learn, in the video description, I have a link to my free school community where we talk all about Meta ads. Here's the link, and then if you go to site, it's going to take you to my school community. Currently over 500 members, lots of active members, great engagement, talking about high level and methods basic. So make sure to join, and I'll reach out to you, we'll jump on a call, and I'm looking forward to connecting.